Hi all! In this video, I want to talk about part 2 of the Boruto Manga, about 81 chapters of Boruto and about the growth of Boruto, what power he will have in the future. Thank you for including this video because my channel is very small and your support means a lot to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Gives motivation to make more videos. Well, let's get started. And now I would like to show you a couple of interesting posts that I found and which you can rely on. So we know that Boruto's manga and anime are officially translated into English. Plus, they're in the original Japanese. Usually they are very popular in Japan, and then other countries line up behind them. But in the case of Boruto, things go a little differently. According to Bookscan, 396,000 physical copies of the manga have been sold in the United States, while volumes 17, 19 are scheduled for December 1st and 5, 23 and April 2nd, 24. So far, there are no plans to release a new side manga in volume format in the near future. This suggests that, most likely, manga Boruto is more popular in the USA. But in Japan, it always holds a pretty good top 5. Agreed, this is very cool. And once the manga comes out of its hiatus, just like the anime, it's gonna be hot. There's also very important information about the end of this 20th volume. There was text written on the bottom that this is the end of the first part, and there is a store that sells manga. He took a picture of this manga, took a picture of the cover, and wrote, "You have already read the 20th volume of the manga, which went on sale on the 2nd of June. This volume is the emotional conclusion to the first part of the series. That is, this is not a time skip, this is an emotional conclusion. That is, the separator is like this. Everything was fine, but now everything will be bad. I mean, well, you remember that there will be an increasingly darker and darker manga. Yes, of course, you can say this, just the words of some store. But this poster was reposted to itself by the official Naruto and Boruto account. Naturally, they agree, and this can be considered a confirmation of these words. Well, we are waiting for the emotional beginning of the next part. Just imagine how hot it will be when the manga comes out and when the anime comes out. We are waiting for the second part of the Boruto manga. That is, this is 81 chapters which will be released in August. Who has not yet understood, who has not yet remembered, or did not know it at all? Well, when will the anime be released? It will most likely be closer to winter. There are no exact dates here. As soon as there are some exact dates when the 294 episode of the Boruto anime will be released, I will immediately say. Because as of yet, the 294 episode has not been named. So, as I said, subscribe to the channel so that you do not miss important news, and also, do not miss the chapter when it comes out, and the series. Now let's talk about Boruto in chapter 81, namely what he will own and what power to use. Boruto has a unique eye. This power allows him to see chakra, perceive spatial measurement techniques, and a bunch of other abilities, and it still remains a mystery how this power works, because it was shown only in the first series. Well, okay. With Karma, I have a few theories. According to the first, after the mini time skip, which will now be Boruto's stats will rise, his control will increase, he will be able to use Momoshiki's powers partially, and at the end, before returning home, he will have a Jogan. It is also possible that Boruto will be able to manipulate time, space, and alternate dimensions because each of the Otsutsuki was able to manipulate space or time, and Boruto, as far as we remember, has already become a full-fledged Otsutsuki. Also, his teacher Sasuke could travel through dimensions, which is good, because he will be able to explain how to use it. Boruto himself is unlikely to cope alone due to his age and inexperience, but Uncle Sasuke will help him out and help him, and that, besides this, most likely, Jogan Boruto will become the main powerful weapon against the Otsutsuki clan. Given the abilities of the Otsutsuki clan, such as dimensional travel, chakra absorption, monitoring universes, and tricks over time, Jogan will most likely be used to detect the Otsutsuki's movements, and Boruto can easily defeat them because he will be some kind of god hunter. Because if you look at his abilities, everything basically boils down to this. That is, he can look into other dimensions without moving there. He can see the weak physical sides of his opponents, as shown in the first series. He will also be able to see bad chakra, so to speak, as already mentioned again, so the set is pretty good. The next theory is that Jigan will most likely merge with the Seal of Karma, and this will create a more powerful mode, more powerful interactions of the Eye and Karma. In the manga, we saw that Karma increases stats, raises his strength, chakra, and so on. It's all cool, but in the first series, and in the first chapter, We saw that first karma appears, and then the eye opens. So most likely, Karmi fills the white sclera because the eye is already damaged there. And then the eye opens, namely the enhanced version of the eye. Yes, in general, the abilities that will come next are still unknown, but theoretically this is possible. Hints of this have already been shown, so it's worth paying attention to the first episodes of the first chapter. I advise you to reread the manga again in anticipation of a new chapter. If you want me to shoot a theory about what will happen in chapter 81, and also what will happen in Boruto episode 284, then be sure to subscribe to the channel and like it. Well, good luck to everyone. Bye, everyone.